Hey, good morning, everybody. This is John Gruden. I'm still on the road. I'm up in the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee. I'm sitting in my barn dominium. It's early, man. It's like 5:30, pitch black out. I'm having my first cup of coffee, and I wake up. I got to tell you guys, I get a video from Sean. And you know Sean. Sean is the man they call Sharp. I'm looking at Sean, and he looks exactly like Sean McVay. I'm thinking it's Sean McVay, and I'm listening to him, and he says, hey, we need you to help randomly put together the draft order for this critical Data Guy FFL fantasy football season. And I'm honored to do that, man. But I got to tell you guys, this guy, Sharp, he looks like he's serious, man. He had a tank top on. He had a look in his eye like, you know what? I'm going to kick everybody's ass. He had this tank top on like he was doing curls, and I heard this squeaking noise. I still have to do some more thorough investigation of what that noise was. But I know you guys are all from Central Florida. You guys, man, I bet I would love to have about 5 beers and listen to the stories. I wish I could have gone to Central Florida and been a Scarlet Knight. I went to Dayton. How would you like to live in Dayton, Ohio, when you could live in Orlando? Anyways, I hope you guys have done extensive preparation, and I'm hoping you young guys stay away from this auto drafting and this artificial intelligence. Use your own vision, execute your own dreams, be your own man. Let's freaking go, baby. 12 teams. I put them in a hat. I made notes. I don't just come on here and start winging it, all right? I don't start flipping wings here. That was a bad analogy. I put a lot of thought, and I really have people, around the country that help me as the fantasy football national, worldly, globally well-known commissioner of the world of fantasy football. They help me get this information. And that said, the 12th pick in the Data Guy FFL draft, that 12th pick goes to Greg. Greg's got the 12th pick. He's a newcomer. We know that. He's addicted to strip clubs. Greg has a fantasy football career ahead of him. His life is also a big fantasy. He thinks every girl he meets is in love with him. The guy's a freaking weirdo, man. I don't trust this guy. He's a real distracted person. I would bury him with maybe by week 5, he should be run out of this league. The 11th pick goes to Big John. Big John is in at number 11, and we all know he's a closet liberal. We know he can't talk to girls, and he's got a terrible back. Listen, Big John is that one guy. You know how you walk into a room, you just look at that one guy that you want to punch. He just desperately needs his ass kicked. He has no redeeming qualities. God. I mean, Greg and Big John, if they're on your schedule, you should thank the football gods above. The 10th pick in this year's Data Guy FFL goes to Lil, Lil, never eaten a vegetable, loves Disney, voted for President Biden. Lil right now, just so we're all on the same page, is unable to participate in any draft festivities or the draft itself, still going through psycho training. I don't know if it's a he or a she, but Lil is going through psychological training, and right now we're not sure the availability for the draft. Picking 9th, it goes to Pledge Gentry. I like Pledge Gentry personally. Fraternity guy that's, I don't know about Pledge Gentry, where he is and what he's doing. He's very, he's turned into a California bro. He's one of those guys out there, surfer dude. Look, Pledge Gentry's a bullshitter. He's a con artist. I think he's a cheater, and I don't root for him, not one bit. The 8th pick, it goes to Pav. The 8th pick, Pav. He's a Bitcoin expert. Now, he loves Bitcoin. Problem is, when I ask him what Bitcoin is exactly, he can't even explain it. I'm so tired of telling people, saying, hey, why don't you buy some Bitcoin? I said, well, what is it? What is it? That's all Pav does is talk about Bitcoin. He has this obnoxiously big truck, and it gets bigger every time you see him. You're like, holy shit, what did he do to that truck? How much attention does this guy need to draw to himself? He's the most narcissistic, know-it-all, loud, irritating guy I've ever seen, and he is horrible on game day. Some of his decision-making in critical moments, I mean, God. The 7th pick in this year's Data Guy FFL draft goes to Latouf. Latouf, picking 7th. We all know that he loved the fat girl in the blue hair, which is pretty common for Latouf. He also has a strange taste in players. He just tries very hard to be different. His act is old. Get a life, Latouf. The 6th pick goes to my man, Sean, the man they call Sharp. The big thing with Sharp, we all know about the incident about him pooping his pants. And it's not just an isolated case. I just heard about the game-winning field goal pants shitting that he did in 2022. He's 2017, 2018, 2020. He had multiple issues. He's a nervous wreck basket case. Get him some diapers. I'm really sorry that I had to listen to Shark this morning, too. And that noise, I probably figured it out what that noise was. Now we get into the top 5. This is exciting. The 5th pick goes to Money Moo. Money Moo, for a redhead, you would think he'd be a daredevil, hothead. Money Moo is allergic to taking risks. He really has no emotion. He's like a total deadbeat. Look at him. Boring, dull. Considering a lobotomy is what I heard, but the rumor is he already had a lobotomy. How'd you like to have a fantasy football league draft with that guy? The 4th pick goes to Higgins. Higgins has talent. Higgins obviously had the incident where he fell asleep at McDonald's in a drive-thru. He's such high maintenance, undisciplined, unreliable. He's a train wreck. Just total train wreck. 3rd pick goes to the Fossil Shields. The Fossil Shields is in at number 3. Jersey Shore guy, never sets a lineup. He's a pain in the ass. Overrated Fossil Shields is, just like the Jersey Shore. I got a house up there for a week. Everybody hated it the whole time. And the one thing about Fossil Shields, he's always eating, and he eats these huge deli sandwiches, and he just doesn't close his mouth when he eats. I don't like the Jersey Shore. I don't like deli sandwiches, guys that have terrible eating habits, and I don't care much for Fossil Shields. The 2nd pick, it goes to Jammy. Jammy is not able to be here today. He's playing some closet shit bar. He's DJing. Jammy needs every job, every gig he can get. Nobody cares that he's not here. Anybody that fills in and selects his draft could do a better job than him. He stinks. And then the number 1 pick, I'm proud to announce it goes to Austin. Here's a guy that drafted Darren Waller in the 1st round one year. God bless you, brother. That guy was a hell of a player. I want to thank you for your service, sincerely. That's very close to my heart. But I will say this about Austin. He drafts his favorite players, not the best players. We did give a test, as you know, to all fantasy football players that measured IQ, teamwork, what type of compatibility you have for the league, rules, all that stuff. And unfortunately, Austin finished last in IQ. He's just not real sharp. Anyways, go have your draft. I got to go get some breakfast. Love you guys. Take care. Stay in touch. Let me know how it's going.